What if the greatest dream of a man was just to own a cow? And what if even that simple dream was too expensive for society to allow? This is not just the story of one farmer. This is Godan, Munshi Premchand's most powerful novel, and perhaps the most honest mirror of Indian society ever written. Written in 1936, Godan is not entertainment. It is an experience, one that forces us to confront poverty, exploitation, and the silent suffering of those who feed the nation but remain hungry themselves. Today, let us understand Godan not as a book of the past, but as a story that still breathes in our present. At the center of Godan stands Hori, an ordinary peasant with an extraordinary sense of morality. Hori's dream is painfully small: to own a cow. In Indian culture, the cow symbolizes dignity, prosperity, and religious virtue. But for Hori, the cow becomes a lifelong burden, dragging him deeper into debt, humiliation, and helplessness. Hori does everything society asks of him. He is honest. He is obedient. He accepts injustice as fate. And yet, he is punished again and again. Premchand makes one thing clear: Hori does not fail because he is weak. He fails because the system needs him to fail. Godan exposes the harsh truth of rural India. The peasant is crushed between landlords, moneylenders, priests, and colonial administration. Everyone takes from Hori. The landlord takes rent. The moneylender takes interest. The priest takes donation. Society takes obedience. And in return, Hori receives only suffering. Premchand shows us how religion, morality, and tradition are weaponized, not to protect the poor, but to control them. The poor are told to be patient, to be pure, to endure. But the rich are never asked to be moral. Then comes Dania, Hori's wife and one of the strongest women in Indian literature. Where Hori accepts, Dania questions. Where Hori bows, Dania stands tall. She does not romanticize poverty. She does not worship suffering. Through Dania, Premchand introduces a quiet rebellion, a woman who understands that silence is not virtue. In many ways, Dania represents the voice Premchand wished society would listen to. Hori's death is one of the most painful moments in Indian literature. Even in his final moments, his greatest wish is to perform a Godan, the sacred donation of a cow. Ironically, he dies still in debt. The cow he dreamed of owning is donated by others. Hori dies not as a sinner, but as a victim of a merciless system. And Premchand asks us silently, if this is morality, who is it really serving? Nearly a century later, Godan has not aged, it has evolved. Replace the moneylender with corporate debt. Replace the landlord with institutions. And Hori is still among us, overworked, underpaid, and unheard. Godan reminds us that development is meaningless if dignity is absent. Godan is not a story you finish reading. It is a story that stays with you. Because as long as even one Hori exists in society, this novel will remain relevant. Read Godan. But more importantly, feel it.